This is David Lynn, and you are watching Taco Talk. Number 10, live stream. It's Monday evening, 7 p.m., Memorial Day. God bless those who gave their all. Hot day. Supposed to rain. Hasn't rained yet. It's supposed to rain this evening. It'll help the grass. And I'm drinking black cherry. Just got through with my supper. I'll upload an image of what I ate. Good evening, my friend. How are you doing? How's the weather over in Wales? So I put up a question. My question is, which of my two thumbnails do you prefer, the green one or the orange one? I'm interested in knowing. Retirement days, how's it going? Julie, let me give you a standard moderator. With your next comment, you should be a standard moderator on my channel. Julie West is from one of my ancestral homelands, which is Wales in the United Kingdom. I always heard stories about how I have ancestors from there. One of my ancestral names is Howell, and I know the Howells, that's a name that's associated with that part of the UK. How are you doing, pre-retirement days? Thank you for coming. 2 in the house and 3 likes. Thank you. Guess somebody's lurking. And if you want to know what I'm drinking black cherry. Cold. It's a hot day. It was up past 90. I think got up to 91 today. Thank God I got the yard work done yesterday. I didn't do any yard work today. I did do several loads of clothes. Good. Oh God, it's good. I need some more. Anyway, I have visited both of your channels, and I've been watching a few of your shorts. I almost had a mental issue with the one that you did, Julie, that was sideways. It's like, whoa, what's this? Guess that's the way you had your phone or your camera turned. And I was saying, whoa, that got me a little dizzy looking at that. Beautiful view, though. Beautiful view. Ah, Gina. Oh, Gina, let me see. Gina is now a standard moderator. Gina is a friend from the Philippines. She's a school administrator, which I am a retired administrator, back teaching for the last couple of years. And Gina has a wonderful channel. If you are not connected, I would encourage y'all to reach out to each other. That way we grow together. Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. I appreciate Uncle Al joining me. He is a good friend and a good mentor when it comes to preparedness. Old school. And here we've got Idaho Garden Girl. Hello. And Melinda Elliott. Melinda, I watched one of your driving videos here for the last couple of days. Enjoyed it, 21, 22 minutes. Enjoyed the talk. Yeah, Gina, Julie and West is over in the UK. And I know you're over in the Philippines, which I don't know what the hour difference is. I know it's 13. You're 13 hours ahead of me. So right now, I'm at about 7. And I'm sorry, it's reversed. It looks like 5. Right at 5. It's not. It's 7. Just I'm using my iPad instead of my computer, and it gives me a mirrored image. And I apologize for that. But it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I guess it's 8 o'clock Tuesday morning over in the Philippines. I don't know what time it is right now in the UK. Might be the middle of the night, probably. And I am drinking black cherry, which I had purchased. I've come to enjoy these. I purchased them over when I go to Aldi. Bought different flavors. I like this one. This is a real good flavor. I enjoy it. 10 calories per 12-ounce serving. And this is probably a quart. Yes, 1 quart. Seven watching and 8 likes. So yesterday, I had a mail call from Amazon. I purchased a thumb drive. It's got a USB, and it's got a USB. This is the big one is a USB Type A, and then this one's a USB-C. The USB-C, it's for my Mac, and I'll be using it for my Mac. And I'll use it for my Mac. I paid, with tax and everything, about $13. Ordered it. It's 128. It's 128 gig. 128 gigabyte. Got that in yesterday from Amazon. I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. I order most of my freeze-dried from Amazon. And there are 3 primary brands that I purchase. My number one is Mountain House. Mountain House supplies the U.S. military with their freeze-dried mains and certain items for like their cold weather MREs. And in addition to Mountain House, there's ReadyWise, which is probably my number 2 go-to for freeze-dried, ReadyWise. And then another one that I purchased, and I've got several of them up here on my wall. I'm planning on taking down that bookcase, by the way, over there. I'm going to be making some changes, and anyway, I got too much stuff piled up in here. I really do. I really do. And I need to do some serious adjustments. Part-time planning. Verna, Vase Place. Thank you for coming. How are y'all doing? My wife's got me looking for hanging room dividers for our camper trailer. In a curtain track kit, which I need to order. Watched half a parade. Well, that's cool. Just looking at my mess. 9 watching and 10 likes. Thank you, Uncle Al, for the update. Liquid IV, a drink mix for hydration. Somebody recommended that I try that. First thing when I got up this morning, there was some sort of mass shooting, I think in South Carolina. And initially, they didn't have any information. They said, we'll go to Fox News. Fox has put in a request for information. I hadn't seen anything about it. You know anything about that, Uncle Al? They indicated like 12 people had been rushed to hospitals, a few of them very serious, some sort of shooting. Yeah, I hate loud noises, Verna. I do. Been in a prayer service. I hear you. Excuse me just a second, I need to look at something. Oh, God almighty. What a mess. Too much crap. Oh. Wow. So back to what I was talking about. Take care, Gina. God bless you. Have a good day at work. Gina's a school administrator. She's like a principal in the Philippines. Thank you for posting that. Thank you for posting that. Yeah. Well, that was like that guy. I think his name is Rodriguez, the one that is reported that reportedly or is accused of shooting those two Jewish embassy workers at the Jewish Museum in Washington D.C. and killed them. He's a left-wing socialist Democrat, what do you want to call him? He's a big Hamas supporter supposedly, and killed two young people, prime of their life. Just absolutely horrible, horrible. So I had said that I was talking about where I tend, well, what brands I tend to get when it comes to freeze dried. My number one is Mountain House. My number two is Ready Wise, and my number three is Agassiz Farms. I left out Agassiz Farms. So Agassiz Farms is my number three. Marxist commies. Yep, Marxist commies. Truly, that's what you're dealing with. Marxist commies. So, you keep hearing about Chuck Schumer. He's the minority leader in the Senate. He's past 80, I think. And they're very upset with him. He voted with the Republicans to prevent a government shutdown. And the leftists are going crazy over that because they wanted a government shutdown. And he didn't want to own that, so he voted with the Republicans. And now AOC wants to primary him. And AOC is very young. She's very good. I mean, she's nuts, in my opinion, for what it's worth. But she is a beautiful young woman. I think she's like 30 years old now. Might be a little older. And she probably is a little older because they're talking about her running for president next time. So she's got to be, you got to be 35 years old to be president or vice president. And you got to be 30 years old to be in the Senate. You got to be 25 years old to be in the House of Representatives. So, talking about primarying Chuck Schumer in a couple of years, and then talking about running for president. And trust me, her running for president will have all the nut types voting for her, but I think that she could not win because of how leftist she is. That there will be enough people who will not vote for her. Yeah, I know you have a freeze dryer. Congratulations on that. They're very expensive. I think you want to buy one. They're $3,000-$4,000. And I mean, I can afford to spend the money, but it's like we have too much crap already. I just buy the freeze dried foods. I mean, it's not like we're regularly eating them. That type of stuff is just long term food storage. They go into cabinets. And I guess I should I'll shoot some videos showing you some of the stuff that I do have. And but more power to you, Verna. More power to you. So, question I put on my my post, I had two different images of my latest thumbnail, one of them in orange and one of them in green, and I asked the question, tonight at the live stream, please voice your opinion. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the green or do you prefer the orange? Uncle Al prefers the green. What do y'all prefer? If you would, please leave a comment as to that, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to get my act together and figure out what I will primarily use. And that's something that the young lady made for me. She made like 2 or 3 different versions of it. And then she's got me with and without a sombrero on, one of those Mexican style oversized hats. Good for heavy sun. Yes, I understand. I understand. 6 in the house, 9 likes. Or maybe 10, I don't know. But let me know what you think. Do you think the green is preferable, or do you think the orange is preferable? And if you don't know, you can always leave a comment after the fact. Just look at my posts. I got them side by side. Tell me which one you prefer. And again, I am chugging. Well, I'm not chugging, but I'm drinking this black cherry sparkling water. 10 calories per 12-ounce serving. And it's got about 3 servings, which I'm drinking the whole bottle. I tell you what, I am drinking it. Thank you. Yes, Uncle Al, I know. I said Uncle Al has already told me he prefers the green. My daughter actually prefers the green. And I think I responded to you when you made that comment that I said my daughter had looked at him. She said she prefers the green. Oh, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So right now, I'm getting ready to start my last week of school tomorrow. I have a full day. Well, I have 4 full days of work, but I have 2 full days with kids, half a day with kids on Thursday, then the rest to close down and to get ready for the summer. And my last day of work is on Friday. Then I have a little over 2 months off. My wife was saying, well, have you thought about working summer school? I said, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No, 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 no. I did that for years. Plus, as a school administrator, I would do 4-day weeks. I'd do 4 10s, and then I'd be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during the summer, and then I would have 2 weeks off. So it's like, okay, you get 2 weeks off at Christmas. I'd have 2 weeks off at summer. I'd have a week off at Thanksgiving. I'd have a week off for spring break. So, 4 times a year, I have at least a week off, and twice is 2 weeks off. And that's when I was a school administrator for 23 years, of my 30-year career. And then I came back. He's back. And I said, teaching, just teaching. Oh, and I'm ready for summer. I am ready for summer. Today I was basically doing my clothing, washing my clothes. My daughter came by, spent some time. And when, talk about, you have the love of your life. The love of my life is my daughter Amanda. And I have another daughter, Gigi, and I'm married to my wife Esmeralda. But I'm closest to my daughter, who's my heart. Amanda, well, the ones that I raised. Anyway. So right now, hello Rachel. Mom of 4 boys. And this is Memorial Day. And we should remember those who gave their lives in service. Little lone prepper. Yeah, I've got to work the remainder of this week. 9 in the house, 11 likes, 25 minutes in. So please comment. Those of you who are just now coming in, please leave me a comment or please let me know. Look at my post. I've got side by side a green version and an orange version of my latest thumbnail, Taco Talk. And which one do you prefer? I'm gonna look at my votes, and then I'll start going with the one that's majority prefers. Uncle Al told me he prefers green, and my daughter Amanda told me she prefers the green, and I'll go with whatever majority rule. 8 watching and 12 likes. Thank you. Oh, Enrique, how you doing? What is tonight's topic? Well, we're just talking about different versions, different things. One topic is choosing which of my new, which color thumbnail you prefer, the green or the orange. If you look at my latest post, I asked the question, which one do you prefer? My Taco Talk thumbnail. Do you prefer the green or do you prefer the orange? And just what do you prefer? So that's one thing. I'm trying to. Please leave me comments on that. And talking about last week's school, I did a short. It was a short. It was like 15-second short, where I did a scan of my room early in the morning, last Thursday or Friday, and just to show what my room looks like. No students in it. It was probably 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning when I shot it, way before the kids come in. Kids usually come in around 7:45. School starts at 8:30. And they ate breakfast in my room. They ate lunch in my room. They have advisory in my room. And some of them go out for classes, and some are there the whole day. I have 6 kids now. 6 kids. And I did a short of that. Thing got about 1,000 views. I think I posted it yesterday. Some of my shorts will get over 1,000 views, 1,500 views. Some of them crash and burn and get less than 100. And I don't know. I truly do not know. But it seems like people like my Audi hauls. They love my gas video when I'm pumping gas and show the prices. I'm gonna do. I shot eggs. Eggs now are like $3 a dozen. They were $4 a dozen at Audi. Now they're $3 a dozen. I'll show that one. And I did a car wash video here recently, and it got a lot of views. My Jimmy, my SUV, did that one. I'm probably going to be breaking down and getting a new truck in the near future. If you want to voice your opinion on trucks, I'm looking at like a Tacoma, Toyota Tacoma. It's a mid-size. I mean, the U.S. trucks are so expensive. I mean, it's like what you used to pay for a house. What they charge for a new truck. You like the orange? Well, there's nothing wrong with it. Orange is fine. As like you get the liberals that say orange man bad. They talk about Trump, being the orange man. Orange man bad. Please. It's junior high. I had to attend a meeting this last week. I attended a meeting over at an elementary school for a 5th grader that will be coming over next year, who will be in the RISE unit. And then there are a couple of 8th graders that will be going to high school. They'll be 9th graders next year. And then there's some that'll be retained. So, looking at it, there'll be 2 that are 7th graders, will be 8th graders. There are a couple that are 6th graders that will be 7th graders. And then there is a 5th grader that will be a 6th grader. So looking right now at 5. 2 going, 5, getting 1 new one, 4 retained plus 1 coming up from 5th grade, 5. And that's just what you know about. They move people around, they move in, they qualify, it's like, and it's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Oh, Yoda, my friend Yoda. Yes, the new camper has arrived, sitting out there. I need to do some videos on it. I've been buying stuff for it. All the accessories. My wife's been buying all sorts of little crap for the kitchen and for the bathroom and for, I said, it's not a house. It's to go camping in 2, 3 times, 4 times a year for 2 or 3 days at a time. And, it's like I told her, so, we'll be using freeze-dried foods and, bottles of water and different stuff. And, it's like, you need a few towels, you need certain things you need, and everything's like, please. Anyway, but she's all in on it. It's just, I don't know. I look at my expenses and everything. My wife's health really hits me hard. I pay right at $500 a month for her health insurance. And then, she went to the doctor 3 times this last month, 3 different ones. She's got an appointment with her surgeon that did her last surgery on the 5th. We may wind up suing over that mesh deal because, it's just, she's still having issues. And I need to try to get her. She was turned down for disability. I'm thinking we get an attorney to see about getting her disability. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Just looking at what's going on. Take care, Verna. Appreciate you coming by. Well, that's great. Gifted program. Wonderful. Again, as I was saying before, when it comes to buying freeze-dried food and such, my go-tos are Mountain House first, Ready Wise second, and Agassiz Farms third. And I've got number 10 cans, pails, boxes with packages from all these different brands. I basically buy what's on sale when I can get a good deal. And I'll do some videos about it. It's been a while. I'll do some videos updating some of the stuff that I have and what I paid for it when I've got it. I used to shop for deals when I could. Green is peaceful. Well, thank you, Verna. Green is peaceful. Another vote for green. Rachel, right now it's starting to look like the orange is it's not the preferred color. Oh, wow. 35 minutes into my video, 13 likes, 7 in the house. Please, if you would like to support the channel, it will be greatly appreciated. Please leave comments, it will be greatly appreciated. So I am trying to get this channel, I'm trying to get it to 100 subscribers. I'm at 74. When I started 3 weeks ago, I think it was, it's been a while, I hadn't been using it for a while. I would basically use it previously to give support to my friends' watch hours. I do a playlist, and to give them watch hours. I play live streams to give them watch hours. I had not been really doing that since my wife had her last big bout of health issues where it was several months long. I'm still cooking. I did breakfast. Did not do lunch, but I did supper. And I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy that I used to have. Oh, Phil Robinson passed away, I think today or yesterday, 79 years old. Phil Robinson from those rednecks in Louisiana, the Duck Dynasty folks. He was the grandfather or the father of the boys, the men. Phil Robinson, may he rest in peace. Good guy. Good guy. There goes Uncle Al with his acronyms again, the NEET. And I know it's like unemployed and maybe unintelligent or uneducated. He calls them NEETs. I guess that's the new. I can't keep track with all the bloody generations. I'm considered a baby boomer. The baby boomers ended. The last of the baby boomers was 64. So my cousin Rhonda in Georgia, my Uncle Howard's oldest child, was born in 64. So we're like the last of the baby boomers. Our parents are gone. She's, I think, 61, and I'm 63. Anyway, you got all these acronyms, and I think my kids are, I think they're millennials. They're born in the mid to late 90s. Mike Crusher, hello, Mike Crusher. So, I have been going back and looking at some of your stuff. So if you see 2 different comments from David Lynn, slightly different names, that's me having in the past viewed what you had done on my main channel, and then me going back, if you haven't been posting anything recently or not much, that's me, like especially with shorts and such, when I go specifically look you up to go look at your stuff. That's me on my second channel, which I'm using right now for this live stream, watching and giving you likes and comments. So sometimes you'll see 2 comments from me from 2 different channels, and that's what I'm doing at this point. About 40 minutes in. No education, no employment, no training. Okay. I need to write that down. And I think I did before, but I need to learn that one. NEET. No education, no employment, and no training. Yep, the bunch of them, bunch of them. They have a position that I originally did back in the day called VAC, Vocational Adjustment Class, Co-op. They have a position. Got to talk to the special ed director about it. I'm going to ask if I can have that position this coming year. I am sort of burned out on dealing with kids who are like emotional wrecks, anger. Like it's like dealing with a bunch of dark acolytes. You know, you got the Jedi and then you got the Sith. You know, use your aggressive feelings. That's what they do too much of. What was that? Let the hate flow through you. You know, those lines of the Emperor Darth Sidious. That stuff really burns me out. Dealing with, you know, all the negative vibes. Burns me out. No work, no eat. I hear you. It's a nicer word than Dumas. Yeah, cousin Dumas. Yep. You know, I got one that's always asking, can I go home? Can I go home? It's like, don't let the door hit you on the way out. It's like, okay, I said, you try that at work. You know, you go, you have a job and you work. And you show up, and 30 minutes later, you say, can I go home? Yeah, go home, stay there. We don't need you. Yeah, they do. Everybody thinks they're entitled. Everybody thinks they're bloody well entitled. Truthfully. So I will be going back to work tomorrow. I'm not going to do a live stream before Friday evening. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I will probably be posting a new material. I'll post some shorts. I'll probably do some community wall posts. But I don't expect to do another live stream until Friday. And then I'll be like, hey. And I don't think I'm going to make it to 100 before I go back to using my main channel. My main channel has now dropped down to 1,899. I have lost 4 subscribers in the last 3 weeks. When I went over to my backup channel, it had 61 subscribers. It now has 74. So I have picked up a few. Been using it for about 3 weeks. And I have not been been letting my main channel rest as Dave had recommended. And it has dropped down from 1903 to 1899 today. I just lost another one today. Yeah. Yep. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Well, I don't know. I'm getting, what's that saying? I'm getting too old for this SHIT. Yeah, sometimes I think that's what it is. I'm getting too old for this crap. I've got to work another year and a half. I need 6 quarters. So I've got to work the remainder of this year, fiscal year. I got to work all of next year, and I'll have my 40 quarters. And no, I do not expect to get a large amount of money for Social Security because, like, it's not my primary that I've been working for 40 years. But I will have put in 10 years where I paid 10 years for it. And then I did pay all along for Medicare. So when I turn 65, I get my Medicare. And then at some point, when I retire, probably after a couple of more years, then I'm going to pay off my trailer that I purchased, and we'll enjoy it. And then I'm planning on getting probably a Tacoma. Want to get it paid off, and then I will probably retire. I have a 1999 GMC Jimmy's like my baby. And I'm probably going to, when it finally goes out, I'm probably going to put a new engine in it. Keep it going. It's like my classic. It's like my baby. You know, cherry red GMC Jimmy, 1999. It's about as old as my kid. And looking to do that. This is my drive around. It'll be my drive around, you know, my little. And we're going to be using it with our camper. We haul our camper with it. Brought it home from the dealership. Just, you know, it is what it is. Life is what it is. Hey, Mr. Whistle, somebody was asking about you. Let me give you a standard moderator. Next comment should come out blue. Good to see you. I guess you just found me on my backup channel. Somebody was asking about you. They've been asking about Bus Stop. Bus Stop communicates with me. He sends me little shots. He sends me articles and such. And I don't think he's using his channel. He says he's having woman problems. He also says it's cold where he's at. He's out in the Midwest, up a little bit further north. He doesn't want me to say where he's at. I know where he's at, but he doesn't want me to tell. He's having woman problems. You know, he's a younger guy. I think he's in his early 30s. And nice young man, very intelligent young man. And I worry about him a little bit. I worry about people. Yeah, everybody's saying hello. Reach out. Be friends. Join together. We grow together. And I'm filing. I'm sorry. My nails chip real easy. Bothers me. I'm filing. He's using a file. David's commune. Yeah. They were joking. My wife and my daughter were joking about interrupting me, coming in on me when open the door. Sometimes it's the wife, but yesterday it was the daughter. Oh, you're live streaming. I always do it at 7 o'clock, between 7 and 8. You know, are you doing a live stream? You're not doing a live stream? You know, it's like, good Lord. It's my routine when I do it. 16 likes, 9 watching. 50 minutes in. So anyway, I will be finishing up school this week. Feel like I've earned a rough year, stressful year. Feel like I've earned my vacation. I'll be looking to see if I can change positions. If there's so many openings for different things. My boss is retiring. The assistant boss is leaving. You know, a lot of people are abandoning my campus because my campus is it's the lowest performing of the secondary campuses. 80% plus of the staff are uncertified. They're all certifiable, but uncertified. I'm sorry. A little humor. Yeah, it's difficult. It will be a relief. Sounds good, Uncle Al. I did chicken patties, French fries, and a mixed vegetable. You know, we're talking about doing steaks and sausage today, but we didn't. Did not do steaks and sausage. Oh, I made some good tacos this morning. Instead of using fresh jalapenos, I opened a bottle. They were good. Put jalapenos in my taco. Start World War III if I did it with my wife. She does not like jalapenos, neither does the kid. I've been drinking cherry, black cherry. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, he does. I do steak a lot. So back to the vote. If you would look at my latest post, it's got 2 versions of my latest thumbnail, Taco Talk, side by side. One is in orange and one is in green. And please leave a comment as to which one you like. And I'll start trying to primarily use the one based on the color that you prefer. They're basically the same things, just different colors. And so far, no like jalapenos. Aren't they Hispanics? Aren't they Hispanic? Jalapenos. Well, you know, the rumor is that, you know, the Hispanics, please. I know more Hispanics that can't handle the heat than can. My daughter, my wife, well, the wife's full Hispanic and the daughter's half. Neither one of them like anything spicy. So I'm the spice eater in the family. You know. Ten watching and 16 likes. Yeah, I had salad for lunch. I didn't make lunch, but I did. You know, you just open a bag, pour it out, put some croutons on it, use my vinaigrette. It's a simple one. I didn't add any tomatoes or carrots or anything to it. Just a simple one, no cucumber or anything. The Brits. I remember they used to talk about the British Empire, uh, like the British Navy. The British Navy was run with rum, sodomy, and the lash. The British Navy. Rum, sodomy, and the lash. Or sodomy, rum, and the lash. Pick your preferences in the order. But yeah, the lash and caning. You watch those old movies, they like 75 lashes. Everybody has to watch him, pull the guy's shirt off, and they got to watch the guy take 75 lashes. And then it was very unlucky, bad luck for a woman to be on a naval ship. So they would have cabin boys, little prepubescent boys that they booger. The British Empire. Oh, God. Yep, trying to spice up their foods. And I do have a degree in history, and I've taken a lot of courses. British history, literature, poetry, Western civilization, Mexican history. Yeah, I have a degree. One of my degrees is in history. And back in the day when you actually did research, you'd go into periodicals and you'd go into... One thing that really hasn't changed is they're still using the MLA style for documentation, for doing writing, MLA style. I was using that back when I was in high school, back 45, 48 years ago. They're still using MLA. Master and Commander is a good movie about the British age of sail. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, okay, Uncle Al, you take care. God bless. Thank you, Julie. I'm looking at... She's thanking me for my comments. No problemo. Summer sun. Yep. Appreciate the thanks. Yoda. Blessed life. Everybody's commenting. I just got one that the boss, my principal, pushed out. She's retiring after 30 years. And I'm still drinking black cherry. Oh, that's so good. You just don't know how good that is. Anyway. Oh, heck no. Go for 2 hours. No. No. I remember the time you had me take over for you and do one in the morning. You were not going to be there. You said, well, could you take my slot and do the... And I did. And I think I did about an hour and 45 minutes or so. There was a time I could do a live stream and I'd have a couple of hundred views. You can go way back in the logs and you'll see that. And I hadn't done anything like that in a long time. I mean, a good day is like 50 views. And on my backup channel, a good day is like 25 views. Anyway, I got to get up early in the morning. So when I get up, I thank the Lord for the day. You never know how many days you have. I say the Lord's Prayer, take my medication, try to get right in my head, get cleaned up for the day. And then I'm at work usually a little after 6:30. Cook some tacos, make some tacos in the morning. I'm getting to the point where I don't even like eating out or eating takeout. So everybody, please comment on my latest post. Which color thumbnail do you like? Do you like the green or do you like the orange? Please leave a comment on that. I probably will not be doing another live stream until Friday. Then I'll start doing them regularly because I'll be off for the summer. I pray for those who need help. Pray for Rachel, mama of 4 boys, her family. Pray for buying space. And I pray for all of you in here. I appreciate you coming in. Everybody, please remember the Scout motto is to be prepared. And everybody, please have a blessed day. And we'll see you hopefully next time I do a live stream. Stay in touch. If you need to get a hold of me, if you don't have my number, email me. We'll exchange numbers, and you can text or we can talk, whatever you prefer. Except it'll probably be in the evening. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Appreciate you. God bless.